Okay, so here's a walkthrough of week 1, and this one's going to be incredibly detailed because this is our first time together. So I wanted to show you your assignment, how to find the podcast, everything. Okay, so each week is numbered, like by certain things. Some of them have due dates on them, some of them don't. You need to keep up with what your calendar says. And remember, your calendar is at the end of your syllabus. And so that's the first thing you need to do on day 1. So read the syllabus, fill out this form on the first day of class. And so that form, this is what that looks like. You will enter those few things. I'm really bummed out that didn't pop up. Enter those few things, hit next, and then it's going to ask you a few more personal, fun-ish questions. Not all of them, some of them are just good for me to know. So submit that. That's like your attendance saying, hey, I'm here, I'm in this class. And then here's the first unit assignment. So our first unit, as you saw in the syllabus and the calendar, is Dolly Parton's America. So before we get to the podcast, I want you to click on this link, and I suggest printing this. You do not have to. If you do want to start some kind of binder for English before we meet in person, that's awesome. I would print this if I were you. So this is what's going to pop up, and this is the whole unit plan. So it gives you the objective, what we're trying to actually accomplish in this unit. It tells you which of these you are supposed to listen to. These are all of the podcast episodes. And then it goes into your actual paper. And as you can see, 2 to 3 pages, pretty short. It's a pretty tiny paper for this first one. Rough draft, week 3, everything that you need to know about it. And so it ends, all paper prompts for me end with how it's going to be graded. And so here's a breakdown of how you earn your points. And right here it says, remember to refer to the grading codes, which are in section 0 of our course, English 1101 grading codes, also suggested printing. All right, so that's what this link is right here, Dolly Parton's America unit assignment. That's like your go-to thing for the first 4 weeks. Example analytical essay. If you click on that, this is what's going to pop up. This is an example of the type of paper I'm asking you to write. It is not about Dolly Parton's America. It's just the type of paper. And you can see there is some color here going on, whatnot. And so if you scroll all the way to the bottom, color-coded notes are right here. So it's not the best way to color code things, but you can scroll back and forth. If I suggest reading it, absolutely reading it, you don't have to print this off. You don't have to print anything off if you don't want to, but it's okay if you don't print this one off. Okay? So that's the example. Here's the little explanation about how it's not about your podcast. And then here's a link to the podcast. So if you have never listened to a podcast before, this is the website. You are welcome to listen to it from the website. Let's see, Dolly Parton's trailer. So Sad Ass Songs is the very first episode. And so you can click on listen. It's going to, there we go, pop up so that you can hear it. Can you hear that? I don't even know if you can hear it on your end. So you can listen to it from your web browser, okay? If you click on this listen for free link, it will show you all the other places you can get it. So a few notable places, Apple Podcasts, that's an app that comes with your iPhone. Google Play Music, Google Podcasts is what I've got. You can listen to it on Spotify. All you need to do is open up those apps, type in Dolly Parton's America, and look at that, it'll pop up. There are 9 episodes in the actual show, but there are 2 bonus episodes and a trailer. So that's where this document's going to come in, because you don't have to listen to all of them. So you have to listen to episode 1, and then you skip down to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're listening to roughly half of the podcast. Okay? So that's how you find a podcast. Now, what is a podcast? A podcast is audio. It's all listening, okay? You can listen to it while you work out. You can listen to it while you drive. You can listen to it not while you're falling asleep because you're supposed to pay attention, but you can listen to it as you walk around campus. But if that's not quite your style, every single episode has a transcript. So if you click on the actual title of the episode, you can scroll down past the picture. Each one of them has an image. Oh, there's her cleavage. All right. Click on transcript, and then you can read along with it if you would like. I definitely suggest reading along with it and not just reading it, because you're going to miss a lot of the inflection, a lot of the excitement, a lot of the shock, the music. There's a lot of music in this one. So definitely read along with listening, but you can follow along to every single episode on the website. All right. And then do Friday, your very first graded assignment. So forum number 1 just goes with the one episode you have to listen to this week. So if you click on that, this is what's going to pop up. It gives you kind of an introduction, including a link right here, how to write a strong discussion post. Definitely look over that. Here is your prompt. That's what I'm actually wanting you to write about. Here are a few things that you can talk about if you're coming up short. And then you are going to respond to one person saying more than, "Oh, that's great," or "I hadn't thought about that." That doesn't help out anybody. So read this to see what we're looking for in a reply on a discussion forum. And then all of your work is going to be rated 0 to 10. And if you did it, you get a 60. You get a 6 out of 10. So of course you're shooting for a 10. 9 is really good. 8 is probably going to be where a lot of us fall. And then it just goes down from there. But you won't get a 4. I just don't think that's helpful. So 0, you didn't do it at all. 6, it was late, or you didn't cover what you're supposed to cover, maybe you didn't reply, etc. And then you start earning points above that. Okay? And that's week 1. So, as always, email me if you have questions, or come up here, have a question, ask it here, and leave a comment. Definitely, definitely if you see a question here that you can answer, hop in. Absolutely. Help me out, all right? And that's that.